Why is my mind gone completely blank? Hello, my beautiful book besties, and welcome back to my channel. Hello, if you are new. Today, we are going to be doing a tour of my bookshelves. Woohoo! If you're wondering why the camera is a little bit shaky, I do apologize. It's because I'm holding it so that I can show you my wonderful books. Also, I'm bright red. It's very hot. It's been incredibly hot here the last few days. And honestly, I'm sick of the heat. I don't like the heat at the best of times. So the fact that it's been 30 degrees, it's a nightmare. And I don't like it. And I want it to go away. So my face is bright red and I'm struggling to breathe. And it's just hot and sweaty and sticky. And I don't like it one bit. So I'd appreciate it if the sun could just go bye-bye now. Isn't she beautiful? I have this small little section of thrillers or mysteries that couldn't fit on my shelves. Yes, I need new shelves. But yeah, and then we're gonna go across, and these are my special editions of The Songs of Achilles and Circe. I then have my Fortnite exclusive 2020 summer edition of Ripley there. It's a Funko. Oh, little wobble. Then I have all my Fairy Loot and special editions up here. I have some proof copies up on this one, along with some hardback copies. Next, we have a Good Girl's Guide to Murder collection, as well as Holly Jackson's Five Survive and A Totally Deceased. Then we have 2 shelves of Frida McFadden. Haven't got all of her books, but I need them. And I made that dripping blood prop myself with my 3D printer, which I love the look of it. It's so cool. Especially how it's like coming out from the books. I think that's like incredible. Okay. Then we go a bit further down and we've got more of like different types of thrillers or darker thrillers, some YA ones as well. And then we have The Naturals, which is a mystery by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Down on these two, we've got some more mystery and thrillers, obviously, because this is, as you can tell by now, a mystery and thriller shelf. I didn't think I'd ever like thrillers until I picked up The Housemaid. So yeah, it was an interesting time. And then down here at the bottom, we have some hardbacks that are just kind of random hardbacks. Then we go to my romance shelf, different types of tropes in. And then as we go across, we've got my general literature. I can never say that. Literature. Oh my God. Literary. There we go. Literary fiction section. And I've got lots more into literary fiction lately. So yeah, the collection is growing nicely, I think, but I still want more. Of course I do. Then we go down, and this is my favorite shelf of all my shelves, I think. This is my A Thousand Boy Kisses shelf, and it's a dedicated shelf just to Tilly Cole because I love her writing and she's made me honestly sob so hard with her books. So we have here, we have A Wish for Us, the special sprayed edition of A Thousand Broken Pieces. Then we have the normal edition of that. Yeah, so then we have the normal edition of A Thousand Boy Kisses. Then we have my Kindle placed on this shelf and it's in a little cloud holder, which again, I made myself on my 3D printer. Then I have my A Thousand Boy Kisses jar, just like in this picture here of the Eternal Embers edition of these 2 books. They are so beautiful. So I wanted to recreate the actual jar for my shelf. And this is the box next to them is what they came in. And I love to display it with Tilly's name on it so that it's like a dedication to the shelf. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Then we go down and we have a little section for In Good Company and then all my Emily Henry books. And I'm only missing one, which is her newest release. I do have it on my Kindle though, but I'm waiting for the paperback to buy. Then I have this beautiful book, The Crash Course by LV Everly, and she's actually an indie author, guys. It's a 5-star read for me. I loved it. I was able to I was lucky enough to be an ARC reviewer for it. So I read the book before it came out, and then I immediately, as soon as it came out, purchased the book from Amazon because I loved it so much. I honestly strongly recommend this book. And if you enjoy it, please let me know because it is now one of my all-time favorites. And it is the book that got me into like Formula One and racing trope. Next, we have the Lauren Asher books again. I got them after I read The Crash Course. And then we have this is basically the sports romance section. Then we go down and we have the Chloe Walsh shelf. And so this is a little bit different because I don't have all the books yet. So obviously once I do have all of her books, then I will be moving my shelves around. But yeah, it goes on from the sports romances down to the Chloe Walsh. We've got the 3 Ocean Bay series. I have only read the first book and unfortunately had to DNF Endgame only because of the trope in it. I could already tell it was like a stepbrother, stepsister type of relationship going into, and I could not, I can't read books like that. So I've DNF'd that one. And I am excited to read the next 2 though, because they are pretty small books. So I don't think they have those sorts of tropes in. So yeah, I will be reading the next 2. Then next to it, we have her Carter Kids series. Again, haven't got all the books. I got the first 4 of Christmas from my husband. So we've got Treacherous, Always is a Novella, Tame, and Thorn. Then in the middle, we have my 2 little fidget sections. If you don't know, I'm autistic and I also have OCD. So, and also fibromyalgia. And so with that, fidget toys help me focus. They help me with panic attacks. They help me regain confidence. There you go, they're clear tops. So there's literally just resin pieces with lots of little textures on so that I can I love texture. So let's back to books. So the next part that I have on my shelf is my Binding 13 series, so the Boys of Toman. I have 1 copy of each of them except from Releasing 10, which I annotated the first one whilst I was reading it so that you can see the little annotation tabs there. And I want to do a reread of the whole series so that I can have an annotated set and a clean set as well. So I'm really excited for these. But yeah, so that's my Chloe Walsh shelf. Down here we have my again, I made that little bookshelf sign. It just says Bookish and then Lane. And then we've got some more romances. They're kind of like not in a category, these ones. They're just like sectioned by author. And then we go down to this tiny little shelf. Now, this shelf is, how can I put this? It's not my favorite shelf. Then bottom shelf of the romance section, we basically got either older books that I've had for a while, that I've either read or, like they're just not as aesthetically pleasing to look at. So they're kind of at the bottom. We've got some that are like seasonal as well. So we've got Spookily Yours, for example. That's like a Halloween read. Then we've got the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, again, seasonal. And the Christmas one as well, that I'm not going to be reading that till Christmas. So yeah, and then we've got these ones which are kind of miscellaneous section. And guys, I forgot to actually show you, but when we were looking at the Chloe Walsh shelf, I'll put it at the end of this video, but I will do a reaction, like an opening for you. But look at this sticker. Look at it. I am absolutely over the moon. I can't believe it. So yesterday I received my very first Bloomsbury Creator Circle package and I'm over the moon. I did open it. So sorry. So when I film it in a minute, then you guys are going to see like it after the fact. So the tissue paper is going to be a bit ruined, but it's still the experience that matters, right? So this is my fantasy shelf, and I have vampires to start with up here. So vampires and like other types of romances up here. It is what it is. Then I've got Bride by Ella Hazelwood, and then we go into my Harry Potter books, and then I've got my reading journals. Then we have my classics, and I actually made this bookish flower prop from a book I honestly did not enjoy, and I DNF'd it. But next shelf we have the kind of like fantasy cozy books, Once Upon a Broken Heart, etc. I do really, so I actually have read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I've stopped the series because apparently you're supposed to read Caraval first, and I'm waiting to buy the other two books in this series. I actually do have Spectacular, which is a little Christmas novella, so I'm hoping to get them nearer the Christmas time, like in October, maybe for my birthday, and then I could read the series and then read Spectacular around Christmas, which would be lovely to do. But yeah, and then I will go back to reading the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, because I've heard that the Ballad of Never After is a lot better than Once Upon a Broken Heart. So we shall see. Of Akatar, of course. I made this little crown myself, and A Court of Mist and Fury is the next one, obviously. So if I just go down it, then it's easier to pick up when I want to read it. Honestly, I'm a little intimidated to start it at the moment. I really didn't enjoy the first book until the last like 100 pages, and I kind of guessed the answer to the riddle that she spent apparently weeks and weeks trying to get. Honestly, don't know how you couldn't understand what the answer to that question, like that riddle, was. You could have just answered it and been free right there and then. But again, if she'd have done that, there wouldn't be a book, I guess. So anyway, then we've got the Shatsumi series. I've got the whole collection. The Spell Shop is a new addition to my bookshelves because I was gifted The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst, and it actually doesn't come out until next month, hence why it is on my shelf. I am incredibly lucky. It's right there, and I will do a video showcasing all of the proofs that I've got recently so that you guys can see, and I will also do like a blurb reveal of them so you guys can get excited like me. But as soon as I received The Enchanted Greenhouse come through the post the other day, I ran to Amazon. I was like, right, babe, I need the first book, because how can I have the second book and read it without reading the first one? And he was like, yep, you're right. So I had the first book here by the end of the day. It was brilliant. um yeah, anyway, I then have like all my annotating stuff here, which I really want to get some more annotation tabs, guys, because now I've annotated one book, I've kind of got obsessed with it. You can thank my OCD for that. Shelf, which are fantasy series continued. So I've got the special editions of the Hunger Games. We have, all of these books. Phantasma, again, another highly recommended one from me. I have a little purple dragon and a dragon egg, which I have three editions of Fourth Wing. It is my favorite fantasy book of all time. And yeah, so I've got the normal edition, I've got the Christmas edition, and then I have the paperback edition. I didn't like Iron Flame one bit. And I think that's why I haven't read Onyx Storm yet, because I am absolutely terrified that it's going to ruin my favorite series for me. So guys, please convince me. Tell me it's better. Of my little 3D printed dragon that I did myself, my hardback covers. Then we have my little Jellycat collection. Aren't they cute? We've got my little special edition pumpkin one, which I think she's just so adorable. She's like carrying a little pumpkin. So her name is Spice. Then we have my sage green one, my pink special edition one, which her name is Peony because she was a gift from my husband on our, I think, 3-year anniversary. So I called her Peony because that's my favorite flower, and also the flowers I carried on my wedding day. So yeah, she's sentimentally pleasing to me. My Greek god section, the bottom here, we have the mysteries that wouldn't fit on my shelf. These ones which are either part of a series or they are standalone fantasies. which I haven't got the next copy of, so they're just all together. So yeah, that's my bookshelves, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed seeing everything. I really hope you enjoyed watching my bookshelf tour. If you did, please hit that like button, as it helps send my video out there to other viewers who like my content. Please feel free to go and watch my other videos. This is only my third video, so I'm still getting used to all of this, but I'm a lot more confident talking to you guys now, and I feel like I've got a really good community growing, which is really nice. If you have any video suggestions that you'd love to see me do, please let me know in the comments, and I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, because it does help me grow as a content creator and make my dreams come true. Thank you for watching, and I would love to see you in the next one. Bye!